Hey everyone, welcome to a very special occasion, a very special event today as we are on the corner of Estrella Parkway and Yuma Road for a brand new groundbreaking on a new retail shopping restaurant development known as Ballpark Village. Hey everyone, it's Jordan from the city of Goodyear, and we've got quite the celebration here. Here in just a few minutes, we're going to start hearing from some speakers. Vice Mayor Wally Campbell will address the crowd here, as will some of the developers and project leaders of this Ballpark Village, where, as I mentioned, we're here on the corner of Yuma and Estrella Parkway, so kind of right in the middle between the Goodyear Rec Campus and Goodyear Ballpark. This is a great location and a great part of the city of Goodyear that now is going to have some of these new amenities and features, including restaurants, retail stores, and also services. And we're going to be hearing specifically about what those businesses are and what will be coming to this corner. But this is just going to be a great moment, a great day. We're going to have some of those speakers. We're going to have a little bit of a groundbreaking shovel ceremony after the speaker portion, and we're going to be carrying it all live right here on the City of Goodyear social media pages. So we have people starting to show up here as we're going to be starting the presentation, the ceremony, in just a few minutes. We have, as I mentioned, Vice Mayor Wally Campbell. We have Council Members Brandon Hampton and Council Member Benita Beckles, a bunch of other city staff here as well, as long as Diversified Partners and their leader, CEO Walt Brown Jr. We're actually going to be snagging an interview with him personally after this ceremony is over to get a little bit more information about what this project, what this retail development will all entail. And I'm going to tease it just a little bit because there are some really cool and exciting things that are going to be announced today that are coming to this corner here at Estrella Parkway and Yuma Road. The other great thing about having a project like this, or any of these development projects within the city of Goodyear, is what it means, not only for our residents in terms of having these new options and having these new places that they can dine, they can become customers at, but also a project like this is going to create over 100 jobs and over $20 million in construction infrastructure and development that is coming to the city of Goodyear and to our residents and to future employees by having a development like this. So this property right here on the corner of Yuma and Estrella, it's a little under 8 acres that is going to be developed out, and we're going to be getting more information about what is specifically coming to this property and coming to this location. But this is really an exciting day, an exciting time as we are getting set for another new development in Goodyear. I mean, right now, development is booming in Goodyear. Of course, everything going on around GSQ, and you have McDowell and Bullard area there with GSQ, and it seems like new exciting announcements are coming almost weekly over there. If anyone who's recently driven by along Bullard Avenue and the I-10, you've seen the work and the progress being done on Buc-ee's. And now coming along with Buc-ee's, south of the I-10, you're going to have Ballpark Village, which is the first step, the first phase, in building out the retail, the restaurants, the options for our residents around Goodyear Ballpark. So this really is the first step in starting to see more development, more growth, and more options, I think, is the big thing here for our residents here in Goodyear coming to and around the Goodyear Ballpark area. So we're going to be starting our speaker portion here in just a few minutes as we have some display boards out here that are highlighting the new businesses that are going to be already planned and announced that are going to be coming. We're going to be hearing what those businesses are here in just a few minutes specifically. And then it's just, as I mentioned, the first phase. So there's going to be more coming to this area, more coming to this piece of land that's on the corner of Yuma Road and Estrella Parkway. But also, this is going to be kind of the kickoff and start to the process of developing across Yuma Road as we get closer and closer to Goodyear Ballpark, building in that area around the ballpark to make it something that is truly special. Because as some people you may even hear in their speaking portions in the ceremony portion here in a few minutes, Goodyear Ballpark is not just spring training. It's not just the fall festival. It's not just Star Spangled 4th of July presentation. Goodyear Ballpark is open and operating year-round. I believe I overheard someone saying that there's over 200 events, 200 dates a year that happens at Goodyear Ballpark. And so to have this area start to grow up and develop around it, where you have all of those people who are coming out for spring training games, you have those people who are here on a weekend for a perfect game tournament, or you have our residents who live in this area or are attending the Fall Festival or Star Spangled Fourth or any of the other great city events. The Food Truck Roundup is coming to Goodyear Ballpark here in a few weeks. Having those things and having these developments around the ballpark is really going to be making this an attractive area beyond it is. So we are now getting set for the start of our ceremony. So we're going to turn things over to Walt Brown Jr., the CEO of Diversified Partners.
How about the food? Who got the food? That was a really good idea because I'm hungry. If we could get our Diversified Partners team up here, as well as the City of Goodyear Council and probably Economic Development team would be up here as well. You guys do not have to stand on the dirt. You can scoot up a little bit if you want. Get up here a little bit closer. Well, for starters, my name is Walt Brown, and I'm the founder of a little company called Diversified Partners. Been in the Valley for over 30 years, retail development, and we love the Valley. My wife, Ruth, Foxy Brown, who's hiding over here in the corner, she likes the shade. Brother Larry, and on behalf of the entire Diversified Partners team, we're thankful to be here in the city of Goodyear talking about a new construction project, and a project that brings over 100 employees to the project. It brings roughly between the entire phase, when it's done, it's probably a $40 million investment. And we're excited to be here. We're excited about the project and what it brings, and more importantly, the commitment that everybody made to make this project successful. Sometimes in projects like this, it gets a little tough, and I'll talk about that in a few minutes after I recognize a few people and really gets them to say a few words as well, because that type of stuff is really important to us. The West Valley Regional Chamber of Commerce, we got Jeff Campos and Ashley Carroll. You guys here? Yeah? There we go. Ashley, we've never met. Jeff, we met earlier, and thank you guys for being here. It's amazing when you learn more about all the inner workings of a city and the arms of a city and what they do and how they come together to make a project successful. Janet Hidalgo is here, the assistant to the mayor. Janet, where are you at? There you are. Thank you for being here. I love it. Wally, I just met Wally for the first time, and Wally, I'm going to let you come up and talk, but when I saw this sheet yesterday, it was beautiful. Ingrid, she put this sheet together for me so I know what I'm supposed to say and what I'm supposed to do. And we have a son named Wally, but I was like, I got to tackle a Wally. Little did I know she's a little princess. So Wally, if I could beg of you to come up and say a few words, and we've also got Benita's here, we've got some others, and I will introduce everybody, but I'd love, Wally, if you could just say a few words, please, and thank you for being here.
Thank you very much. We are here this morning, and I wanted to go ahead and introduce my... Is that better? Sorry. Council Member Brandon Hampton is to my left, or right behind me, and then
is that better? It's the mic. There we go. Okay, well, we got to hold it up like that a little bit.
It'll be taller, that's all. Sorry. I need a stool. Next to Brandon is our Benita Beckles. And on behalf of Mayor Pizzillo and all of the Goodyear City, we're so happy to welcome Diversified Partners here today. It is a wonderful day to be in Goodyear. So on behalf of Mayor Pizzillo, who sends his regrets because he had a conflict this morning, we want to welcome you to the city of Goodyear. Picked a fantastic time to come to our city as we were experiencing extraordinary growth and rapidly transforming from a small city to an economic powerhouse. Our pro-business climate continues to quality businesses and developments like this one, and we really couldn't be happier about it. As a council, we take great pride in our team and their ability to work cooperatively and efficiently throughout the development process. And as has told us, he has been working with our city nonstop and pulled out all the punches to make him be successful with this development. Mayor Pizzillo would say if he were here, this is our success. Good luck, and we look forward to seeing you build this project as soon as. And as we always say, it is a great time to be in Goodyear.
Brandon and Benita, anything you guys like to say? I like Brandon with no D. Okay, I love that, by the way.
Yeah, like she said, this is a great time to be a Goodyear. We really appreciate you guys choosing Goodyear. Growing, and we just appreciate you making the investment, taking the time. Yeah, so the family gonna be a huge hit. I have 3 kids, so I think we'll be there. Ballpark next to here will be great also. So with that, for the mic dies on me. Thank you.
We might not need it. I might just be talking loud out here. Benita, I'll let you wrestle with the microphone.
Okay, no microphone. That's all. No idea.
What do I know? Okay, double-fisted, squeeze it together.
Double-fisted, squeeze it together. Is that it? Well, the one thing I want to say is I did it that way, and I passed that corner, this corner a lot, and I was like, when are they going to do something with that corner? But I am so excited that you're here and that we're going to finally get some development here. I am just thrilled, and I know our citizens will be too. Thank you.
Okay, we'll see if it works for me. Maybe I trained this mic, kind of. It's like, okay, hold on a second. And you guys, thanks for being here. This is really, really special to us. And when you work on a project like this, many a times you hear no's a lot. And I'll talk a little bit about this project and what we encountered. Financing a project like this in today's environment with construction costs and the hurdles is sometimes tough. And what we experienced with the city of Goodyear was a hands-on fight to success. And you don't normally see that. A lot of times you see reasons to say no and not a reason to say yes. So the project that we have, the first phase is 100% pre-leased. Obviously, we have our Anchor Rush Funplex, which will be an amazing asset to the youth in this community and to those of us who are parents. We all know this, Starbucks. And we just stopped at the Starbucks just to see what the person and what the crowd looked like. It's a beautiful thing, and that will be a beautiful addition here. We've got Pacific Dental, we got Farmer Boys, we've got Jersey Mike's, we've got Nautical Bulls, Mesquite, and we have a local Goodyear family-owned nail salon that's coming out that is absolutely gorgeous, that you will be so proud of. But when you get into a project like this, sometimes you have phases, so that phase is done, and we came to the city of Goodyear and said, we have the first phase done, but we don't have the critical mass leasing on this hard corner that we all think will be here in the end. And we need your help, City of Goodyear. And we went to them and said, we want to start construction there, and we want to build it, and we want people to see buildings and structures and signage and the beautiful asset that we're going to build. And in many cases with other governing jurisdictions, they might have said, no, you need to do it all at once. And Goodyear came in and said, what can we do to help? Because we believe, you're right, Diversified Partners, and you get a couple of buildings here and the rest of this is going to come fast. And the staff, the planner, the whole planning team and the city of Goodyear has been great to us. And for us to experience that and to go through that, from the development side, when you've invested millions of dollars, it's a win-win. And it's something that you need to be proud of. And it's something from our company, we really have said, okay, what else can we do in the city of Goodyear? Your economic team, I've been at different conventions, and I'm always getting tackled by the city of Goodyear staff. Who are you talking to? What are they saying? What can we do to help? That is second to none, because so many times you encounter 5 no's before you get to maybe or a yes, and all we heard was 5 yeses. So I'm here to tell you that you are an asset to the entire valley, and we're proud of the job that Goodyear is doing, both to reinvest in the community but to make projects happen. And that's, from my standpoint, that's heaven. So we're very, very blessed to be in that situation. And I would say to council, I would say to the Goodyear management team, great job. Great job. And unfortunately, we're going to try to do a bunch more deals here. And everyone's going to hear about this speech, and we're going to be in trouble because they're all going to go, heck, we got to go to Goodyear. Let's go do some deals. So my team's been instructed to get after it and get it going. The architects, RKAA, did a great job on the design. Staff was fantastic with them to incorporate a design that the project and the rents could afford, and that could be built that will be an asset that you're proud of at this intersection. This is a great intersection. EPS did all the civil work and did a fantastic job. We have, from the standpoint of our contractor, and construction today is not as easy as it used to be. When you have interest rates that are 3%, sometimes the construction budget is a little more flexible. When interest rates are 6 and 7 and 8 and 9, it's a different story. But when you get a construction company involved and active with you, working together, and I promise you, because I'm going to bring Gino up here in a minute, the structure the structure of this construction has been through a year of adjustments to make it affordable and make it work. And Figma Southwest, also known as Southwest Community Builders, worked with us. And think about that from a construction company. They're committing time, staff, and effort, and they don't know if they're going to get the project. They have no idea. And Gino, you committed yourself. You worked hard to make sure that we were all successful. Not just me, not just the city, but that the project worked. And Gino, I'd like you to come up and just say a few words, because if you're active in Goodyear, you got to know about them, because they worked their butts off to make sure that this project happened. And I would just say, remember that. Remember that going forward.
Yeah, thank you, Walt. All right, my name. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, so I just want to kind of piggyback on Walt said. Just there was a lot of work that went into this project even before I saw it in many, many years. Goodyear, and then I got a hold of it, like Walt said, within a year. pretty hard to get this deal to make it happen. And I just want to thank the city of Goodyear, all the consultants, Walt and his team, and we look forward to delivering a wonderful project for the city of Goodyear.
Love it. Thank you. Thanks for all you do.
You know, sometimes you just don't see all of those moving parts and moving elements. And think about that. You've got staff, you're committing dollars, and you never know if you're going to get it. And Gino and his company, they worked their butts off to make sure that this happens. And that's really, it's amazing. So with that being said, wife, did I miss anything? She's usually pretty good at making sure I catch everything. I get a pinch in the butt or something. Let's throw some shovels. Let's enjoy this, and let's be proud of this moment, because it's going to change fast. As you can see, there's stuff already going on. And on behalf of Diversified Partners, thank you guys very much for being here. City, second to none, and we're proud of the relationship we have. And let's figure out how to do more going forward. Thank you, guys.
All right, so our thanks there to Walt Brown Jr., the CEO, founder of Diversified Partners, the development company responsible for bringing this new project, Ballpark Village, to life. And you heard some of the businesses being mentioned in those remarks, but just to recap, the Rush Funplex, that is going to be a gigantic family fun center. It has indoor golf carts, it has putt-putt, it has like all of those entertainment places where you have so many different options all under one roof. That is the Rush Funplex that is coming to this property. You're also going to have Farmer Boys Burgers, a very popular breakfast burger and more restaurant, Mesquite Fresh Street Mex restaurant, as you heard Walt Brown mention, a locally owned local nail salon that will be opening up, Starbucks, Jersey Mike's, Nautical Bowls, which are superfood bowls, healthy food bowls, Pacific Dental Services. So you're going to have some of those resources and services like medical. You have a new dentist office coming in at this project as well. So now all of the dignitaries getting set now for the ceremonial first shovel of this groundbreaking. And this project, as I just laid out, you have 6, 7, 8 new businesses that are going to be coming to this area. This is expected to be completed in anywhere from about 9 to 12 months. So it could be as soon as next year. This piece of property that we're standing on right now on the corner of Yuma Road and Estrella Parkway could be open for business with some of these great options like the Rush Funplex, Farmer Boys, Starbucks, Jersey Mike's, Mesquite, Nautical Bowls, just a lot of great options that will be coming now south of I-10 here in Goodyear at Ballpark Village on the corner of Estrella and Yuma. So now shovels in the ground as we're getting the photo opportunity here with developers, project leaders, members of the Goodyear City Council, and Vice Mayor Wally Campbell. We're going to be joined by Vice Mayor Campbell and also Walt Brown, the CEO and founder of Diversified Partners. After they're done with their shovel ceremony, we're going to pick their brain for a little bit, get a little bit more information about this incredible event and this incredible new development. 7.7 acres of retail space that will be coming here with restaurants and shops, and as I mentioned, those services like nail salons, a dental office. So more options and more amenities for our residents now here at Ballpark Village, and south of I-10 at Yuma and Estrella Parkways. And as I mentioned earlier before the speaker portion, this is all just one step, all one part of growing this entire area. So, in fact, you're seeing a look at this shovel ceremony. Immediately behind these dignitaries with the shovels is Yuma Road. Just on the other side of that is more developmental space and more areas where the city is going to be looking to bring retail, shops, restaurants, entertainment like Rush Family Funplex, bringing more of those options to this entire Goodyear ballpark area to really make it not just something that people come and visit during March or during spring training, but really becomes something that attracts our residents, but also attracts visitors year-round to all of the amazing events that are held at Goodyear Ballpark. And it will really be the cherry on top is having more development around this area to make it more enticing and make it more an enjoyable experience here in this area of Ballpark Village. Changing some folks out as we are getting all of our photo opportunities in here. From representing the city of Goodyear, you have Vice Mayor Wally Campbell, Councilmember Benita Beckles, and Councilmember Brandon Hampton. And so now we've got the shiny shovels in the ground. We're going to be joined by Walt Brown here in a little bit, the CEO. And we're also going to be getting joined by Vice Mayor Wally Campbell.
Get up there, Marty.
So we're going to have some members of the West Valley Regional Chamber of Commerce now taking their turn for the shovel ceremony. And this is just really an exciting day because it really marks the beginning of what is going to be a new future for this part of Goodyear, just south of I-10 on the corner of Yuma and Estrella Parkway. Some fantastic businesses, some fantastic new restaurants be coming to this area. As I mentioned, you have the Rush Family Funplex, which is indoor go-karts, video game arcades, miniature golf. Then you have Starbucks, Jersey Mike's, Nautical Bowls, Farmer Boy Burgers. So just a really exciting time that we're getting more development, more retail, in addition to everything else that is already going on in the city. For anyone that has been driven by the new downtown Goodyear, GSQ area, you have seen all of the development going on there that continues to be. And then anyone who's driven on I-10 or off of Bullard, you've seen the progress being made for Buc-ee's. The first Buc-ee's location in Arizona is going to be just one major intersection away from where we currently stand. So things are happening. Big things are happening here in Goodyear. And we're going to be getting joined here by Walt Brown, the CEO and founder of Diversified Partners. He's coming over here right now. Walt, great speech, great ceremony. Thank you so much. And what an exciting time to be here. What made this site, what made Goodyear something that your business, Diversified Partners, wanted to be involved with?
Well, it was amazing because the economic development team at the city of Goodyear was not only diligent, they were darn right pushy, making sure that we knew everything that was going on in your amazing city. And it's cute because the entire development process through the city of Goodyear was fantastic. They pushed us to try to make sure that every retailer that's active in our metro area knew about this project, knew about what was going on in the city of Goodyear, really knew about all the great events that go on in the ballpark. That the more we've encountered, the more we've learned about all of the great stuff that happens at these amazing facilities, the recreation center, the ballpark, the training facility in its entirety. And it really made it easy from our standpoint.
Well, it's so great to have you guys out here. From a developer standpoint, how does that help? Because, most residents are probably just driving by locations. They see empty land and they're like, how come nothing is here? But from a developer's point of view, how important is that to have other development going on to maybe entice or spur further development in that area?
Well, it's priceless. And to really understand all of the moving parts, because sometimes this project took us 30 months from the first day that we sat down with chicken scratch and started to do drawings through final approval. And really, when you start a project like this at this great intersection, it will spur and get other people going, oh wow, oh, that's the exciting part, that there's more going on in the area. You guys have invested so well in this surrounding area that what we had to do was we had to educate the tenants on the true high quality of the residents, the families that live here. Rush Funplex was fantastic. They were like, how many children live there? And literally, we drove the neighborhood with them, trying to make sure that they knew and understood what was going on. It really, at that point in time, it made it easy. And then you start a project like this, Jordan, and you really look at what's coming. You look at the road, you look at the access, but then you get to staff and the willingness to try to make it work. We're doing ours in phases to make sure that it's successful. The first phase is 100% leased. And what we're thinking is, as soon as we get some of these buildings up and we get Rush Funplex open, and you know, they're supposed to get 1,100 visits a day, which is fantastic. And when you're able to do that, then you've got these other phases that will come, and it'll make those portions of it easy. And you've also got the infrastructure in place so they can go faster than normal. The staff had worked so closely with Diversified Partners to say, look, when you have someone that wants to be here, don't just send us an email. Get in the car and drive to the city offices, and we'll help you figure out how to do it together at the speed they want with the success that they need. Because the fact is, the retailers all want to be at a place that they have great sales. And when you have great sales, you've got the right design, you've got the right access, it really makes it easy for retailers to come. And you know, development today, you build a box, 4 walls, and put a tenant in there, that doesn't mean they're going to be successful.
Right.
It's got to have the right design. It's got to have sex appeal. You got to want to go there. You got to be able to access it. You got to be able to park. If you can see it, but you can't park, you're not coming back.
Yeah.
So Goodyear was so great with us to work to make sure that we had a balance. We didn't have too much parking. We had the visibility of the gorgeous buildings that we've designed, and it really made it a win-win.
Well, Walt, it definitely is a win-win, not only for you guys, for our residents here in Goodyear. Thank you so much for coming to Goodyear. Thank you so much for this celebration today, and congratulations. Welcome to Goodyear.
Thank you, my friend.
All right. Walt Brown, the CEO and founder of Diversified Partners. They are the developer of this property, Ballpark Village, on the corner of Yuma Road and Estrella Parkway. And now we're going to be joined by our Vice Mayor, Vice Mayor Wally Campbell. How are you today, Vice Mayor?
Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. This is an exciting time. You know, development, we were just talking about it with Walt. Development is going on all around the city. But how exciting is it for you to now see some of this development stretch around to this Ballpark Village and around Goodyear Ballpark?
Well, I've lived in this city 26 years, and I have driven by this corner millions of times and just tried to envision what would be coming. And when we heard about his projects, we were so excited because this is exactly what our city wants, and especially in this location.
Well, you're absolutely right, because between the variety of business offerings that are going to be here, you have, you know, your Starbucks, but you have some new restaurants that are going to be new to Goodyear. And then I think the thing that's really going to get people excited is the Rush Family Funplex, something that, I mean, Walt was talking about how many families and children live around this area. That is going to be a great asset for our residents.
Absolutely, and we are a family city, and this is the best place to raise your family. And we're trying to bring amenities in that will allow you to have fun with your children and be convenient to your home. And we're so excited that they're building this here on this corner by the apartments and then by all of our housing development that's already built and in place.
Absolutely. Vice Mayor, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being a part of this special day. This is the groundbreaking ceremony for the brand new Ballpark Village on the corner of Yuma Road and Estrella Parkway. Just to recap once again, we have the Rush Family Funplex coming, Farmer Boys Burgers, Starbucks, Nautical Boys, Jersey Mike's, a dental office, nail salons. This is all coming to this 7.7 acre site right here at the corner of Yuma and Estrella Parkway. So thank you so much for being a part, watching this, joining in on this celebration as more exciting development comes to the city of Goodyear.